4 of the worst fish for seniors and for seafoods you should eat instead. By the time you turn 60, your body does not process fish the way it used to. What once gave you strength, sharpness, and smoother joints might now be slowly working against you. What is worse, most seniors have no idea. They are told fish is good for the brain, that it is rich in omega-3 south, and that it is lean and light. While that is true for the right fish, the wrong ones can damage your nerves, inflame your joints, spike your blood pressure, and even interact badly with common medications like blood thinners or statins. Here is something the billion-dollar seafood industry does not want you to know. Many fish sold today are not what they used to be. They are farmed in polluted waters, pumped with antibiotics, or loaded with contaminants the label will never show. That fresh catch may look healthy on your plate, but it could be the reason you are feeling more tired, more swollen, or more foggy than ever. In this video, we will reveal the 4 worst fish seniors should avoid, and the 4 best seafoods you should eat instead, ranked from number 4 to number 1. Stick around, because the number 3 worst fish on this list has been linked to elevated mercury levels in over 80% of seniors who eat it regularly. It is also still one of the top sellers in grocery stores today. The information in this video is backed by real science. We spent hours digging through peer-reviewed research, and every single reference is linked in the description below. Before we begin, tell us in the comments what your favorite fish or seafood to eat each week is. We are reading and replying to every single comment. Now, without any further ado, let's start with number 4 on the list of fish seniors should avoid. Number 4. Farmed tilapia. Tilapia is one of the cheapest and most widely eaten fish in the world. It is marketed as light, lean, and easy to cook. For seniors, however, it is a hidden trap, and one that could seriously interfere with your inflammation, your immune system, and even your cholesterol. What most people do not know is that over 95% of tilapia on the market is farmed, mostly in countries with very little regulation over water quality, feed, or antibiotic use. According to the USDA and Consumer Reports, tilapia raised in polluted or overcrowded farms have been found to contain high levels of omega-6 fatty acids, specifically arachidonic acid. That is a fat that causes inflammation, which is especially dangerous for seniors dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or heart issues. One shocking study published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association found that tilapia has more pro-inflammatory fats than bacon. Frank, 67, ate grilled tilapia at least 3 times a week. He thought he was eating clean, but over time his knees began to ache. His hands swelled in the morning, and his blood work showed signs of rising inflammatory markers. His doctor assumed it was age-related inflammation until a nutritionist asked about his fish intake. After cutting out farmed tilapia for just 6 weeks, Frank's swelling eased, his pain improved, and his C-reactive protein levels, which are one of the key markers for inflammation, dropped by nearly 30%. If you are over 60 and eating tilapia often, it is time to pause. You do not need to ban fish, but you should switch to cleaner wild-caught alternatives with anti-inflammatory benefits. If you must eat tilapia, make sure it is certified, responsibly farmed, and consumed only in small portions once in a while. But if you think tilapia is bad, this next one might be hiding something even worse. Number 3. King mackerel. King mackerel sounds like a royal choice. It is rich in omega-3 south, grills to perfection, and is often served at upscale seafood spots. But for seniors, it may be one of the most dangerous fish you can eat, especially if you value your memory, your heart, or your nervous system. The real issue is mercury. King mackerel is one of the fish with the highest mercury content in the ocean. Mercury is a heavy metal that builds up in fish over time and in your body too. For younger people, small doses may not cause immediate symptoms. In adults over 60, however, whose detox systems slow down, even modest mercury exposure can lead to long-term neurological damage. According to the FDA, king mackerel regularly ranks near the top of the list for mercury content, with levels as high as 1.67 parts per million, which is well over the recommended safe limit. Mary, 70, loved pan-seared mackerel. She ate it at least once a week, thinking the omega-3 south were good for her heart. Slowly, however, she started having trouble focusing. Her short-term memory slipped, and then came numbness in her fingertips and occasional dizziness. Her doctors ruled out stroke, dementia, and thyroid issues. It was not until a wellness practitioner ordered a mercury test that they discovered her levels were nearly triple what they should be. After cutting king mackerel from her diet and switching to low-mercury seafood, her clarity returned and the numbness began to fade. Mercury does not leave the body quickly. It accumulates in tissues, especially the brain. For seniors already at risk of cognitive decline, that makes king mackerel a serious risk. If you are over 60, avoid it entirely. Instead, choose wild salmon or sardines, which offer high omega-3 south without the metal burden. But the next fish is one many seniors eat for weight loss, and it might be sabotaging your entire metabolism. Number 2. Swordfish. Swordfish looks impressive. It is thick, meaty, low in calories, and often chosen as a lean protein option by health-conscious older adults. But behind its bold name is a dangerous truth. It is one of the most toxic large fish in the ocean, especially for aging brains and immune systems. Swordfish is another mercury bomb. Because it is a predator fish that eats smaller fish for years, it accumulates massive amounts of mercury in its flesh. In fact, a 2020 report by Consumer Reports confirmed that swordfish contains mercury levels between 0.9 and 1.2 parts per million, placing it firmly in the avoid category for pregnant women and seniors alike. High mercury levels in seniors have been linked to reduced coordination, anxiety, muscle weakness, and even cardiovascular strain. Paul, 66, switched to swordfish steaks on his doctor's suggestion to eat more lean seafood. He loved the grilled texture and started making it twice a week. A few months in, he noticed chest tightness, anxiety at night, and a strange metallic taste in his mouth. His cardiologist could not find a clear cause, but his daughter, who was a nurse, suspected mercury toxicity. One blood test confirmed it. Paul had mercury levels more than double the safe threshold. He stopped eating swordfish immediately, replaced it with safer options, and his symptoms faded within a month. Swordfish might seem clean and lean, but its massive mercury load is anything but. Seniors already have slower detox systems and more fragile nerves. Adding mercury to the mix is like pouring gasoline on a fire. If you are over 60, skip swordfish entirely. Go for fish lower on the food chain and smaller in size, as they accumulate far less toxicity. And if you think swordfish is risky, wait until you see what is lurking in the next fish. It is still sold as a heart-healthy option, but studies say otherwise. Number 1. Tuna. Especially ahi and albacore tuna is one of the most popular fish in the world. Whether canned, grilled, or raw, it is easy, affordable, and widely labeled as heart-healthy. But if you are over 60, especially with heart concerns or memory issues, tuna may be one of the most dangerous fish hiding in your kitchen. Here is why. Mercury and inflammation. Tuna, particularly ahi, which is also known as yellowfin, albacore, and bigeye, contains some of the highest mercury levels in the seafood supply. Albacore tuna can reach up to 0.35 parts per million, while bigeye averages 0.68 parts per million, according to the FDA. That might not sound like much, but for older adults, even modest exposure adds up over time. The result can be collapsing focus, memory decline, vision issues, fatigue, nerve damage, and inflammation in the brain and heart. Linda, 72, had always eaten tuna for lunch. She mixed it with celery and Greek yogurt and thought it was the perfect senior protein. Over time, though, she felt increasingly sluggish. Her hands tingled at night, her balance felt off, and she forgot conversations from the day before. Her family thought it might be early dementia, but after her doctor ran a hair analysis test, they found mercury toxicity. Likely from the tuna she had eaten 3 or 4 times a week for years. Once she cut out high-mercury tuna and switched to safer options, her clarity returned and the tingling slowly faded. Tuna is not inherently evil, but for seniors, especially when eaten frequently, the mercury outweighs the benefits. Skip albacore, ahi, and bigeye entirely. If you absolutely must eat tuna, go for light or skipjack tuna, which contains significantly lower levels of mercury, but only in small amounts and not more than once a week. Now that we have uncovered the worst offenders, it is time to turn the page. Let's move into the seafoods that can help restore your health. Protect your memory, reduce inflammation, and support your joints if you are eating the right ones. Number 4. Mussels. Mussels might be one of the most overlooked superfoods for seniors. They are not only incredibly low in mercury, but they are also packed with bioavailable zinc, B12, OM, EGA, 3S, and iron, nutrients that most seniors are critically low on. These shellfish are rich in DHA and EPA, which are 2 specific types of omega-3 south that help fight inflammation and keep your heart, brain, and joints strong. A 2018 study in Nutrients found that older adults who ate omega-3 rich shellfish like mussels saw a 23% reduction in C-reactive protein, which is a key marker for inflammation. John, 68, had avoided shellfish for years, thinking they were too fancy or complicated to cook. After a heart scare, however, his doctor encouraged more omega-3 south instead of fish. John tried steaming mussels at home with garlic and lemon. Within weeks, his energy returned, his knees felt looser, and his brain fog cleared. He even started sleeping better. A follow-up blood test showed improved cholesterol ratios and lower inflammatory markers, Unlike many fish, mussels are sustainably farmed, naturally filter the water they grow in, and are not fed antibiotics or hormones. For seniors, they are one of the cleanest, most nutrient-dense proteins you can eat. Just a handful of mussels provides more B12 than a steak and more omega-3 south than most supplements. If you are over 60, try steaming mussels once or twice a week. Pair them with herbs, olive oil, and fiber-rich vegetables for a balanced anti-inflammatory meal. But if mussels sound surprising, the next one may be even more impressive, as it supports your brain, heart, and circulation all at once. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button, and do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you do not miss more videos like this. Number 3. Lobster. It is expensive. It feels like a luxury. But for seniors over 60, lobster is not just a fancy dinner. It is one of the most powerful collagen-supporting foods you can eat. While most people associate lobster with indulgence, the truth is that it is packed with nutrients that specifically benefit aging skin, joints, and bones. It contains a unique combination of zinc, copper, selenium, vitamin B12, and astaxanthin, which is a rare antioxidant that protects collagen fibers from breaking down under oxidative stress. A 2021 study published in Nutrients found that older adults with a higher dietary intake of crustacean-derived astaxanthin had 27% less skin thinning and 31% fewer collagen breakdown markers in blood samples compared to non-consumers. Lobster also delivers over 60% of the recommended daily intake of zinc in a single serving, and zinc is critical for collagen synthesis, immune function, and wound healing, all of which slow down after 60. Meet Harold. 72, he only ate lobster once a year, usually at a family celebration. But after suffering from brittle nails, sore gums, and weak knees, his doctor suggested boosting his mineral intake from food. Harold started eating lobster just once a week, grilled, lightly seasoned, and paired with lemon. Within a month, his dentist noticed his gum health was improving, his knees cracked less when standing, and to his surprise, a wound on his shin healed faster than usual. It was not just protein, it was the deep-sea minerals working behind the scenes. Lobster is not something you need daily. Just a moderate serving once a week can dramatically support collagen maintenance, especially when combined with leafy greens and vitamin C-rich veggies, boiled, grilled, or tossed into a salad. However you prefer it, just avoid drowning it in butter. The shell may be hard, but the benefits inside are incredibly soft on aging joints and skin. But if you are truly looking for the most collagen-repairing seafood on the planet, nothing beats what is coming next. Number 2. Clams. Clams are one of the most powerful yet overlooked superfoods for seniors. These tiny shellfish pack a nutritional punch that directly supports collagen production, brain clarity, red blood cell formation, and joint strength. What makes clams so remarkable is their incredibly high concentration of vitamin B12, iron, and zinc, which are all essential nutrients that tend to decline as we age. Just 3 ounces of clams provide more than 1,200% of your daily B12 needs, making them one of the most potent sources on Earth. The science is just as impressive. A 2019 study in Nutrients found that older adults with healthy B12 and iron levels showed significantly higher muscle strength, better mobility, and faster wound healing, all of which are markers connected to collagen health and recovery. Clams also contain taurine, which is a sulfur-based amino acid that helps protect against muscle wasting and supports cardiovascular function. Angela, 71, had been feeling unusually weak and foggy. Her doctor told her she was mildly anemic and prescribed iron supplements, but they made her nauseous. Her daughter, a chef, suggested a more natural route. Angela started eating steamed clams once a week, just a small bowl with lemon and parsley. Within 4 weeks her energy returned. Her skin did not bruise as easily. Her nails stopped breaking, and her memory improved. Her follow-up blood test showed her iron and B12 levels were back in a healthy range without a single pill. Clams also support collagen formation through zinc, which acts as a cofactor in collagen synthesis, and helps speed up the body's repair processes. For seniors over 60, these nutrients matter. Zinc deficiency is common and can lead to slower wound healing, thinner skin, and weaker joints. Just a few servings of clams a month can correct this. To get the full benefit, go for steamed or baked clams, not fried or canned. Pair them with lemon juice and greens for better mineral absorption. Always source them from clean waters and avoid overly processed versions. But if you are looking for the absolute best seafood for brain health, joint power, and long-term strength, one that does it all, the number 1 seafood for seniors is coming next. Number 1. Oysters. Oysters are nature's multivitamin, especially for adults over 60. They are not just rich in 1 or 2 nutrients. They are loaded with zinc, selenium, iron, copper, vitamin D, omega-3s, and collagen protective antioxidants, all in one small bite. What makes oysters stand out is their unmatched zinc content, a mineral that plays a direct role in collagen production, immune defense, tissue repair, and hormone balance. Just one medium oyster contains over 90% of your daily zinc needs. The science backs it up. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Nutrition found that seniors with higher dietary zinc had faster collagen turnover, stronger connective tissue, and a 30% reduction in delayed wound healing. Zinc also helps regulate MMP enzymes, which are the very compounds that break down collagen in aging tissue. Combine that with the omega-3 fatty acids and selenium in oysters, and you have got one of the most powerful anti-aging foods a senior can eat. David, 75, was a retired mechanic dealing with sore joints, brittle nails, and chronic cuts that took forever to heal. He had tried joint supplements, creams, and even collagen powders, but nothing seemed to work. At a dinner with friends, he was convinced to try oysters for the first time in years. He added them to his diet just once a week, raw or lightly grilled. Within a month, he noticed something odd. His knees did not ache getting out of bed. His skin healed faster after yard work, and his energy was steady. At his next checkup, his doctor was stunned at the improvement in his zinc levels, white blood cell count, and inflammation markers. They are fuel for regeneration. If you have been struggling with joint pain, skin thinning, or delayed healing, oysters may be the missing piece. Just 2 to 3 oysters per week can significantly boost collagen production, immune resilience, and energy without the risks of fish high in mercury or processed supplements with poor absorption. To keep them safe and effective, always source wild or responsibly farmed oysters from clean, regulated waters. Eat them raw only if they are fresh and verified, or enjoy them steamed, grilled, or baked with herbs and lemon. Avoid breading or heavy sauces that cancel out their benefits. Let's tie it all together with what this truly means for your health going forward. So, here's what it comes down to. Not all fish are created equal. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to what you eat and more vulnerable to what you do not. We started with the worst offenders, fish like tilapia, king mackerel, swordfish, and tuna. Each carries its own risks. Whether it is inflammation from poor farming or mercury silently attacking your nervous system, these fish can slowly break you down from the inside, and most seniors have no idea. Then we flipped the story and introduced the true healing foods. Seafoods like mussels, lobster, clams, and oysters. Each was chosen because they are low in toxins, high in essential nutrients, and proven to support collagen, memory, circulation, and repair. Seniors who swap out the wrong fish for the right ones can experience less joint pain, more energy, sharper focus, and better skin in just a few weeks. The science says it, the stories confirm it, and thousands of seniors are already doing it. Thanks for watching.